Are we watching the total transformation of New York City, or is this the beginning of a complete economic breakdown? The political winds in the Empire State are blowing in a direction that many power brokers once thought was impossible, and if you live in New York, you are already living through the consequences. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss the deep dives into the stories the mainstream media often ignores. The story starts with Zohran Mamdani, a figure who has become synonymous with the modern progressive socialist movement in New York. For years, the political establishment in New York operated on a predictable set of rules. The real estate lobby, the major developers, and the traditional political machines held the cards, and the consensus was that if you wanted to govern in New York, you played by their rules. But Mamdani and his allies have introduced something entirely different to the table. They call it block-by-block organizing. This isn't just a campaign slogan, it is a tactical, hyperlocal approach to power that bypasses the traditional donor-heavy campaign structure. For the landlord class in New York City, the writing has been on the wall for some time. There was a lingering feeling that the fix was in, that the political climate was shifting away from the deregulation and incentives that allowed the city's real estate market to flourish for decades. Now, that anxiety has turned into an active struggle for survival. Mamdani's push isn't just about rhetoric, it's about tangible legislative changes that seek to rewrite the relationship between property owners and the state. From radical rent stabilization to policies that fundamentally alter how developers can operate in the boroughs, the socialist agenda is no longer a fringe theory, it is being written into law. But what does this actually mean for the average person? If you are a tenant, this might sound like a long overdue correction to a market that has priced out the working class for generations. Proponents argue that housing is a human right and that the unchecked power of corporate landlords has turned New York into an unaffordable playground for the wealthy. They see this as a necessary, moral crusade to ensure that teachers, nurses, and service workers can actually afford to live in the city they keep running. On the other hand, critics are ringing the alarm bells. They argue that when you prioritize radical ideological policy over economic incentives, the foundation of the city begins to crumble. They point to the potential for a massive flight of capital, a slowdown in new construction, and the inevitable deterioration of building quality when landlords can no longer afford to maintain properties under strict price controls. They ask, if you kill the incentive to invest in New York, who will be left to build the city of the future? The outcome of this experiment is going to set the tone for the rest of the country. If the socialist movement can successfully overhaul the economic model of the most powerful city in America, you can bet that this blueprint will be exported to every major blue city from coast to coast. We are looking at a battle for the soul of urban governance. It's a clash between the traditional capitalist engine that built the skyline and a new, collective vision that demands the state dictate the terms of housing and business. So, where do you stand on this? Do you believe that Mamdani's approach is the necessary solution to the housing crisis, or are we witnessing the self-destruction of one of the world's greatest cities? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to know if you think this is progress or a policy disaster. The situation is evolving by the hour, and the implications for the future of New York are massive. As these power dynamics continue to shift, we will be here to break down exactly what it means for your wallet, your city, and your future. Keep your eyes on this, because the block-by-block strategy is only just beginning to show its true colors. We will be tracking every development as it happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.